Hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video, and as you can clearly see we are again on the Commodore 128. Commodore 128 was quite a sophisticated computer. In fact, I would imagine it was the most advanced 8-bit computer probably ever issued onto the market, because as far as I'm aware, things like the 128K Amstrad and the, as far as I'm concerned, utterly pointless 128K Spectrum didn't really seem to have a great deal of differences to them other than the additional memory. I don't know if that is true. More to the point, I'm not interested. But the Commodore 128, I mean, it was essentially two computers in one. It had the Commodore 64 mode, which anybody who had a Commodore 128 would certainly be very familiar with, because that was nearly always the first thing they did when they switched the thing on, was change it into Commodore 64 mode. There was so little actually available for the 128 itself that yeah, most people didn't really bother with it. But another thing that it had was two different display modes. This one is the regular 40 column display, but there is a higher resolution 80 column display, and for this game I need to change it to 80 columns. So we'll just get that set up, and yeah, well, we can then get the game started. Okay, so here we are there with the 80 column mode set up. So you've already seen the title of the video, so you know what to expect, sort of. Now, the title does rather give away what game this is going to be, or what type of game it's going to be. And you do have to ask yourself, if you bought a Commodore 128, is this really the sort of game that you would be buying? And well, I've got a pretty shrewd idea of what the answer will be, and that's despite the fact that I've only played this game once. So anyway, let's load it up. No, it's Invaders 128. Okay, and here we go. So here we are then. Invaders 128. There's not really a lot to be said about this title page. I mean, it is exactly what you imagine from the you know, what you expect from a conversion of Space Invaders. Although, like I say, for a Commodore 128 game, you would probably expect rather more. I can't say I blame you for expecting rather more. I'm pretty sure this game was a shareware game. It's released by some lot called SpiceWare, and here you can see a demo of the game. I haven't started it yet. I don't know the year it was released. I don't know how much it cost. But with there being so few Commodore 128 games available, I figured, what the fuck, let's just do a review of this one. So anyway, let's get a game underway. So the first thing to hit you is that your base that you are firing at the aliens from is fucking enormous. Too big, in fact. So a lot of the time you are, well, facing being hit by the invaders' shots, even though you're nowhere near in line with them. Oh, you fuck. There we go. So, well, let's get the game underway because there really isn't a great deal to actually say about it. Graphics are unbelievably bland. Okay, they are multicoloured, but I mean, come on. So you saw what the Commodore 64 could do with Super Space Invaders. Surely a 128 could do better than, you know, firing dollar signs at you when they're you know, launching their or whatever their fucking weapons are called. Yeah, I don't want to be seeing just dollar signs. Oh fuck it! And there we go. The because this base thing is so big. And I'll be amazed if I can hit that. There we go. Right. Now you can adjust the speed that the game runs at. I don't bother though, because, well, thanks to the oversized base here, the game is challenging enough as it is. So anyway, I was still talking about graphics, and the graphics are utterly forgettable. I'd say for a Commodore 128 I would have expected more. This is coming from somebody who's all about old school gaming, so it really isn't exactly painting this game in a good light. And likewise, this game really doesn't paint the Commodore 128 in a very good light. Audio, it's the same again. I would have expected better sound effects. The sound of you firing is absolutely teeth-gratingly awful. The other sound effects are minimal to say the least. Okay, that's what they were like in the arcade original. But even if they were rather minimal in the... Oh, fucking come on! I don't know, I'm about to die anyway, because now it's going to land. Oh, okay. No, it has. There you go, game over. What a fucking shame. So, well, I mean, that really is about all I can say about it. I think there is a limitation in the number of colours available because it's running in 80 column mode, which of course begs the question, why did they program it to run in 80 column mode then? And you look at it and you think, yeah, okay, it's Space Invaders. This did not need to be coded for, you know, to be run in this mode. It could have used a regular 40 column mode, no problem, surely. I have to say that. I mean, gameplay, I mean, it's Space Invaders. I mean, okay, Space Invaders is a game that, you know, I liked back in the day. But Space Invaders Day was in 1978. This game came out in at least 1985. That's the earliest of any Commodore 128 titles. So for a 1985 game to look like this, you know, a year after Impossible Mission was released, and here we are with a computer with far more power. You know, it has more memory, it has, you know, twice as much memory as Commodore 64. It has a processor that is significantly faster. It's at least 75% faster. It has well, as far as this game's coding goes, it has a much higher resolution, twice the resolution of the Commodore 64, and this is what they did with all that. You know, even people like me who are fans of old school gaming were asking for more than this by 1985. So it is not impressive in the slightest. In fact, it's little more than fucking insulting. They considered this, you know, to be a great title for the Commodore 128. So I scored this naught. It just has nothing going for it. You know, they could easily have made Space Invaders clone for the 128 that looked great and played great, but they didn't with this one. So there you go, Invaders 128. If you had a Commodore 128 back in the day and you wanted to show off what your Commodore 128 could do compared to your mate's Commodore 64, this was not the game for you. So that brings this review to an end, and we will see you at the next one.